autism, and I couldn't speak until I was 4 years old. And when I was finally able to talk, I took about 11 to 12 years of speech therapy to talk the way I do now. And I thought I would never be able to do a speech competition, and when I realized that I could, it just became such a big fear for me that I thought I would be terrible if I tried and I would succeed. But thanks to 4-H popular event, DPA, it helped me not only to face my fear doing a speech competition, I won second place in my category, photography. Even though I didn't win first place, I felt God told to me inside my heart that you won your battle against your autism. No matter how many more fights you go through in your life, it doesn't matter because you won. And that's why 4-H has been special to me, because it helped me to finally break the chains I've been battling throughout these 18 years. In 10 years, Christopher will be a movie director in the film industry, making a lot of fabulous films. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys so good? There we go. There's the energy. Well, my name's Christopher Morgan, and I am so honored to be here with your conference. I think this is awesome, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys. Before I talk to you guys, something I want to do first. Okay, so who is a fan of M&Ms? Anyone's like M&Ms? Okay, there we go. Well, I have some M&Ms in this bag. All right, I'm going to toss in the air, and if you guys want one, I'm going to have to grab it, okay? Who wants the last one? Who wants the last one? I gotta hear the scream. Who wants the last one? You guys want the last one? Do you guys want the last one? Do you guys want the last one? Enjoy, guys. Enjoy it. All right, this is random, but does anyone want this paper bag? For the fun of it, does anyone want this paper bag? I see you there. I'll give it to you. I'll come down and give it to you. Yeah. There you go, ma'am. All right. All right. Pass it down to that guy right there. Hey, what's your name? Dylan. Nice meeting you, man. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. All right, so I graduated high school last year, class of 2016. But during my junior and senior year in high school, I was part of this youth organization called 4-H. Does anyone know what 4-H is? Awesome, that's awesome. Well, for anyone that doesn't know what 4-H is, it's a youth organization, like I said, for grades 4th to 12th grade. And it is very popular for aviculture events. Some of the aviculture events I did during 4-H was a poultry competition and a cotton ball competition. But 4-H is for everybody. 4-H is also for people that's into the arts, like myself, students that's into the science, and communications, just pretty much a little bit of everything. And 4-H's goal is to make the best better. They want to encourage students to come into this organization and to help them become better than what they already are with their talents, their skills, and their personalities in life to help them prepare for them living their life out of high school. And that interview you just saw, I got asked to do it in 2015 in June. But how I got asked to do that interview, I'm going to have to go back to the beginning of my story. And like I said in that interview video, I was born with autism 20 years ago. I'm 20 years old. And fun fact about me, on my dad's side of the family, I'm 12% Irish. I just want to share that fun fact right there. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Well, anyway, so autism is a disorder, and does anyone know what autism is? I'm pretty sure you guys know what autism is. Okay, cool. Well, this disorder, it causes people not be able to talk. If they're not able to talk, they can only say sounds of words. They can't say any words at all. And autism can also cause people to not mature with their personality when they age on in life. Someone with autism could be 80 years old, but their personality could be 8 years old. Does that make sense, guys? Does it make sense? Awesome, okay. But at the same time, a human being that has autism is different from another human being that has autism. And for me personally, what I went through, I couldn't talk when I was born. And I wasn't able to talk until I was 4 years old. Since then, I took 12 years of speech therapy to help me improve on my speaking skills, to also help me feel comfortable talking in front of people and crowds like this. Those 12 years of speech therapy helped me to prepare myself, feel comfortable talking around giant groups of people. And real quick, I just have to give a public shout out to all the speech teachers around the world. They are not only leaders for helping people come out of their shadows from their disability, disorder, or sickness, and to make them become leaders, but they're also heroes. Speech teachers, they're also heroes. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for all you've done for me. Yeah, give them a round of applause, guys. Give them a round of applause. They helped me so much to reach the place where I am today, and I'm sure you guys had a lot of people that helped you to get to the place where you are also in life. And autism also caused me to have sensitive hearing. Mom and Dad told me when I was a baby, when I was in a bathroom in public places, when the blow jar would go off, I would scream because of how sensitive that noise used to bother my ears. Fireworks. That noise bothered me a lot, and whenever I went to events that had fireworks, I would wear earplugs and also go inside a car. That way the noise from the fireworks wouldn't bother me. And thunderstorms. Thunderstorms used to bother me with how loud the lightning is, but fortunately I reached the place in my life where those noises doesn't bother me anymore. And my autism also caused me to be born with food allergies, which is peanuts, egg yolks, gluten, and dairy foods. I'm allergic to those foods. I'm pretty much allergic to anything except for fruits and vegetables. The M&Ms I give you guys, I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic to Chick-fil-A, pizza, Burger King, yeah, all those places you guys like to eat. And even though I am still allergic to those foods, when I was 9 years old, my doctors gave me this medicine called Creon. Can you guys see? There we go. Those little pills right there. And if I take one of those pills, it helps my body to digest those foods. You see, the thing is, if I eat the foods I'm allergic to, I won't die. It just doesn't process the way it should, if that makes any sense. And those foods I'm allergic to causes me not be able to control my brain. But by taking this medicine, it helps me to have control of my brain, and the food doesn't hurt my body when it's inside my stomach. Does that make sense to you guys? And that was really the point of my journey from overcoming my autism, that I started to come out of my shadow that I was in. Fast forward to 2013, when my family and I moved to Warner Robins, and I still live in Warner Robins, which is in Houston County. Is anyone here from Houston County? No? Okay, I'm the only one. All right, that's fine. That's fine. And when I met my friends when I moved there, a year later after I met some of my friends, they introduced me to 4-H. And they told me, hey, Christopher, you should join our 4-H club. It'll be so much fun, and we get to spend more time with each other. And after I learned about what 4-H is, which I already explained to you guys a little bit earlier, I decided to join. And honest to goodness, 4-H has been an answered prayer in my life, which I'll tell you guys a little bit later. But after I joined 4-H, My friends also told me about this competition called District Project Achievement, which we do here in Rock Eagle. And what this competition is that this competition is to teach students how to look up information with a category they want to choose to give to a presentation to people. And the reason why it's called District Project Achievement, because there's 4 districts in the state of Georgia with Georgia 4-H. I'm a part of the Southwest District. And when my friends invited me to join this competition, my first answer to myself was no. I didn't want to do it. Because even though I knew I was able to give a speech in a speech competition, it was just a big fear for me, because giving a speech and doing a speech competition used to be one of the most impossible things for my life. And I was just too scared to want to even try. But I felt God talk to me, and he told me, Christopher, I want you to do this competition. It's time for you to jump more into your journey of overcoming your autism by facing your fear of doing a speech competition. And I didn't fully understand why at the time, but I told God yes, so I signed up to do District Project Achievement. And fast forward to the year and month later towards competition, after I made my portfolio, which is 50% of the judging points towards the competition, where you basically, whatever category you choose, the portfolio supports all the activities during the year you have done towards your project. And there's also other categories like leadership, other activities. That's just an excuse to add any 4-H activities into your portfolio. And it was really awesome learning how to make a portfolio, because that is a good skill to learn in life when you're giving an application to a college or to a job you want to work for. And the project I chose was photography. And the reason why is because at the age of 11, I found out that film photography is my talent. And I'm still doing it ever since. But the reason why I found out it's my talent is because one of the strongest things that helped me to overcome my autism was everything I would see in life with my eyes, I would capture as images and place it in my head. And when I found out the invention of a camera, through its eye, the lens, it takes images from its eye and saves it into its memory, I realized, oh my gosh, no wonder it was so easy for me to learn what a camera is and how to use it without anyone really helping me. So that's how I learned that I had an interest and a talent towards film photography, and that's why I chose it as my project for District Project Achievement. And after I turned the portfolio, I wrote my speech, and I gave my speech here in Rock Eagle. And I was really proud of myself for achieving one of the things that used to be impossible in my life was doing a speech competition. And I knew that whatever the results that night would be towards the competition, it wouldn't matter, because the most important thing was that I stepped out more in my shadow and became more of a leader by achieving one of the impossibles in my life. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I remember later that night when everybody came in this very room, when they announced the top 3 winners for the photography project, they announced my name in 2nd place. I was surprised, and I was very grateful. And I remember that night, it's just like yesterday. I was given my 2nd place medal right here. And I remember after that medal was wrapped around my neck, God told me inside my heart, Christopher, you didn't win 1st place in your project, and you're not going to the state competition this coming summer to have a chance to become a master 4-H'er. You just mastered something so much more important in your life, which is you won the war against your autism. And then he told me afterwards, no matter how many more challenges you go through your life with your learning disabilities, it doesn't matter because you won the war against your autism. Go be in peace. And immediately, all the change I felt during those 18 years reaching to that point in my life, overcoming my autism, I felt them crack and vanish away. And for the second time in my life, I was free. I was free. The reason why I said that was the second time I felt free from my life, because the first time I felt free in my life was back in 2011 when I chose to become a Christian. But, it is awesome doing competitions, wanting to achieve goals, winning trophies. But for you guys especially, you have to remember the most important thing is for you guys actually doing the work that's helping you become a better leader and a better person than what you already are. And I love the fact that just because you guys have a disability, you don't let it be a disadvantage for you to achieve the impossible in your life. That is the most important thing, no matter what activities, whatever competitions you choose to do. The fact that you choose to work hard in life, setting those goals, even though you may have your moments when you fail sometimes, you still choose to keep living your life, keep working hard in life, and you never give up. And to me, that's one of the amazing things when a leader steps out of their shadow. And I want to encourage you guys to keep doing that in your life. And I'm so proud of you for you guys already doing that in your life right now, for being a part of this amazing youth organization and to want to make yourself better by being active publicly with these competitions and the events. After District Project Achievement was over, I chose to post my story online. And it got very viral. And a week later, my dad, he works in ministry, he's a pastor. He felt God wanted me to share my story from my church, and I did. And I recorded myself giving my testimony to my church, post online, it got viral. And that's how the director of Georgia 4-H, Mr. Arch Smith, heard about my story. And he chose me as one of the 8 4-Hers that he picked to be interviewed and to share our 4-H stories. That's why I got chosen to be part of that special project. And I'm still grateful to this day that I was able to share my story of how God used 4-H to help me overcome and win the war against my autism. So that's how I got asked to do that interview. During that year, I was working hard to compete in District Project Achievement one more time during my senior year because I felt God wanted me to do it again. And even though I didn't need to, because when I did Project Achievement for the first time, I won the war against my battle against my autism. That will always be the highest prize, and any of the other prizes I'll achieve in my life. I just really wanted to see, since I found out I am good enough that I can do a speech competition, I am good enough to overcome one of the things that used to be impossible in my life, I want to see if I can actually win the entire competition itself. So that year, I worked hard on my portfolio, made it better than last year's, and competed at Project Achievement again. And that night, back in this very room, they announced my name first place in the photography project. And I'll never forget, I was sitting right around there, and when they announced my name, I'm gonna reinteract this, if you don't mind. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So, all right, the photography project. All right, third place, someone's name. Second place, someone else's name. First place from Houston County, Christopher Morgan. Everybody screams. I was just jumping up down. I was just so excited about my first place. It was just so awesome. It was just so awesome that I was born with autism, a disorder that causes people not be able to talk, if not just pronounce a few words, and to struggle, feeling comfortable talking around people, and all that other stuff. And yet, I won a speech competition. And because I won District Project Achievement, I advanced to the state Congress round and competed the entire competition again, except I wasn't competing against 4-H'ers in my district. I was competing against the other 4-H'ers in the other 3 districts that won in their categories. And the only thing added to the state round is not only the portfolio was being judged, you had to do a 15-minute interview discussing about the material you put in your portfolio. Does that make sense, guys, what I just said? Cool, awesome. And I was just proud of myself for just working hard in life to get to the place where I am during that time of my life and to not let anything get in my way from wanting to achieve the achievements I wanted to achieve. And even if I didn't win the state competition, the fact that I achieved one of the impossibles in my life, that was all that mattered. But yeah, you can clap for that. But to my surprise, that night after competition was over and they were announcing the state winners, in the photography project, they announced my name first place. And because I won first place, I earned a master title throughout the rest of my life, which is mastering in 4-H. And because I also won, Georgia 4-H paid me for free with my other friends that won their projects to attend National 4-H Congress. It's not a competition, it's just the official national 50 states of North America 4-H trip for a 4-H family to get together and make memories, you know? And it was such an honor also earning the title Georgia 4-H Representative 2016 National 4-H Congress. That will always be a high honor for my life. And you know, I've learned a lot with my journey of overcoming the war against my autism and winning it. And the one thing I learned first is this. We go through challenges in life, but if we choose to work hard in life and don't let anything get in our way, we can achieve the impossible in our lives. Just because you guys maybe have a disability, it never means you can't achieve the impossible in life. You guys can achieve the impossible in your life. And like I said before, I'm just really proud of you guys for you guys making it to this point in your life. It's just incredible. It's just awesome. But there was another thing I learned with my journey that I really feel called in my heart to share to you guys. Even though we do fight hard with our battles, with our stories that we're living in, with whatever challenges, we still go through hard times, you know. When we don't win every single battle, it hurts. We go through bad days, and sometimes just those moments of feeling bad, and when life does get hard, it can be hard for us to want to keep pushing forward in life, you know? But what I learned is this. Let's see. In Psalms 118, verse 24, "This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." Even though we go through bad days, it doesn't mean the days itself are bad. Every day that we're living in is always a good day. And here's the reason why. I believe that God made everything. I believe that God made the days. And because God, our good Father, made the days before evil came to this world, is the reason why every day we're living is a good day. And not only to me, that's an encouragement that whatever challenges we go through, God is always with us and He's going to always help us through our obstacles we go through. It's also an encouragement to know that we can be joyful all the time during the good and the bad moments in our life. And when we choose to think positive in life. Choose to be joyful in life during the hard times. It will help us feel better when we go through the bad moments in our life. Does that make sense what I just told you guys? So that's really what I want to share to you guys. As you guys keep living your lives and you keep getting better and better and becoming more of a leader than what you already are, whenever you go through hard times in life, just remember that every day is not only a gift to be alive, it's a miracle, and that we have the power to tell Satan to leave us alone. He cannot defeat us by the challenges he wants us to go through life. We have the power to tell him that you have no authority over me, God's on my side, and I can achieve the impossible in my life.